Hey, so. Shout out to all my barbers. Shout out to all my stylists. We are Beards N Baldheads, your host Fat Lace. Got the flies guy on earth to the left of me, True Lies. Soul Survivor Barry in the building.
Yo, what's good?
Cousin D, you got some new ink? A
little bit.
I see it over there. Mr. Aggie Pride himself, Cousin D in the building. You know, they was like, when you gonna bring the barbers back? I'm like, man, when you make that comeback, you better have the most decorated person ever touched the Clippers, ever. Tonight we have an Eastwick legend. He's a champion quarterback. 4 years in Minnesota. That's a lot of bird out there in Minnesota. Heavy Gore-Tex, heavy Tim. He's a barber, a coach, a father of four, a fashion guru. You know you're a fashion guru. I had to switch up a few times when it came to you.
We grew up in the best era.
You know, definitely. Mr. Class of 98, the best one. A co-host of one of the most incredible sports podcasts I've seen. One of the most needed.
Appreciate it.
After the Play podcast. One of the co-hosts of that. Mr. Eastwick Drip. Mr. Don't Look Down, because if you look down, he might intimidate you with the feet. You might just do that to a lot of people. We got a side Abdul Khalik in the building.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys for having me, man. I really do, man. Really do. Pleasure to be here, man.
I don't even like having this camera. I look down, I'm gonna get confused right here. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you for
coming. It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming. It definitely has. You know, just whatever. Boom. There you go. Thanks, T. Shout out to everybody on the IG. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. You know, it has been a long time coming as well. One of the most respected athletes, competitors I've ever went against and played with.
Right.
A teammate in the North-South All-Star game.
Right.
We won.
We won.
We won.
We won.
We got to get some class. We won.
Not many can say that either.
Not many can say that.
We
won the game.
Not many can say that.
Hell of a game. But on top of that, we're going to get into a lot of things. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about your journey.
Okay.
We're going to talk about our connection. And we're going to talk about, you know what's going on in these sports, because you play basketball, too. You're nice with that.
Yeah, starting point guard.
Starting
point guard.
Did you just say that?
Yeah.
Starting point guard. Yo, what happened with, want to give a shout out to the boy KD right here. What happened, y'all?
Injuries.
Injuries?
Nah, he couldn't bring it home.
Couldn't bring it home? Should he come home? Because y'all know when we come home.
Man.
When we come home,
Yeah, he's past
like Brother Mike.
He's past that. He's just being stubborn now.
When he come home like Brother Mike, it's something different.
KD looking like he just don't care.
He don't care?
Nope.
If he comes home, like, I don't know, man. I think the championship will
he
come.
brushes his hair.
When you taller than everybody, can't nobody see
care.
it.
He got too much money not to
Unless the
brush his hair,
camera's
too.
on.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah, he don't brush his hair or nothing. He just don't care.
He got to do something. If he would have came home, we're going to talk to a man of the Clippers. If he would have came home, would they won the game? Aside, let us know, bro. Like,
I don't think so, man. I don't think it's very few people that have it. I think he's the best basketball player in the league. Just me personally.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people argue with LeBron and stuff like this, but like I said, coming from the certain era that we came from, we saw your Karl Malones, you know what I mean, your Michael Jordans, you know, these guys who really were physical. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really understand the flopping and just the passing of the buck. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I go KD technically, but Kobe probably for me was just because he was with everything, and KD I just don't think he.
What is he missing?
He missing the hunger, man. I don't. That's just me. I think that the league is so easy today. I think the league is so easy today. You know what I mean? Because remember the Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan. No, I know. But go back then. For instance, it wasn't no layups.
It wasn't.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't no layups. So you earned everything that you had. I just think that today, like, it's just so easy, man. It's just so easy.
Being able to hack don't mean you good.
No, absolutely not. But you had to be tough. You get what I'm saying? Today, listen, you can't even breathe on these jokers. You get what I'm saying? And it's like,
KD would average 70 in the 90s.
you think?
Yes.
Nah, no
Yes.
way, no
70?
way.
There was no player like him.
With the hand check,
Yeah.
no way.
KD, a 7-foot point guard, he was whooping ass.
Listen,
Yeah. And I'm not even a crazy KD fan, but yo,
off what
a
though?
7-foot point guard. Let's think about what Magic Johnson did, and Magic Johnson ain't had no jumper.
What's the difference?
Magic Johnson was tough as nails.
Yeah, he
though.
was, but I'm just saying, like,
Would KD had played like KD in the
Th-
90s?
that- that's what
and
I'm saying.
comfortable.
I think so.
You think his game would have, bro? He 82 pounds. He's 82 pounds, bro. Listen,
He built
when
like John Sally.
when
He
Mike
been
kept
down
losing to
low.
the Pistons,
He had to put some weight on.
Yo,
he
he
said,
built
"Yo,
like
I gotta be." It was like football out there.
But that's the type of game Mike played too.
See, the problem
Mike
with that,
drove to the hole.
The
KD
problem
don't
with putting
have to.
somebody else in another era is because the style of play
Right.
won't mesh. So if you put KD in the 70s, then he has to go down in the block. That's just the way they would have put him, and that's the way he would have learned how to play.
Well, that
he
would've
would have learned
been
how to play. He wouldn't have
that would've
been.
been stupid.
They wouldn't have given him the opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm sure. You'd be surprised. I'm sure Akeem Olajuwon could have been a point guard if he started off that way.
Exactly. I
He
agree.
didn't. He was taught how to play in the block.
Like
But-
AD.
but-
And because he was tall, because that
Right.
was the mindset of the league. You had if you was
But
7
B, we
foot,
talking about the
they put
90s
you in
though.
there. Right? Okay, the 90s the same way.
Pippen was point forward.
Pippen was a point forward, but he should have been a point guard. But the mind state wouldn't let.
But he can't
them,
shoot like KD.
Right, but it was. I'm saying that the mentality still was he can't be that guy because the league wasn't ready for it. It wasn't until LeBron James came at
Shout out to my little
6'9"
big brother.
and said, "You know what? I'm going to run I can run the point, even though he was not considered a point guard." Everybody clearly saw he brought the ball up 90% of the time.
No, I would say more Pippen, Lamar Odom.
Nah,
Tracy McGrady.
Tracy-
Take
yeah,
me
like
great.
Grant Hill.
I probably say Tracy.
Grant
McGrady,
Hill,
but
but
these-
actually,
But
Penny
these guys
Hardaway.
were tall. We're talking
Penny
about
Hardaway.
LeBron James.
Penny was
was
definitely ahead of his time.
270
Right.
pounds. This is 270 pounds, 6'9". This is a forward.
That's God given, right? That's
Yeah,
tight
so
end.
you're
That's
saying
tight end
bigger
player.
than Magic. He was bigger than everybody.
Karl Malone in the point guard's body. I guess.
Exactly. That was unheard of. Nobody thought it could be ever.
with a hand check.
That could play, could shoot and score. That's what I'm saying. Is a different Magic wasn't trying to shoot and score. This
KD
guy can pass the ball like Magic and shoot and score like everybody else, and he could go down in the post if he wanted to and bully you too.
You can't
You never
unlearn how
seen
to
nothing
score.
like it.
You can't unlearn how to score.
TJ, you saying if KD get hand check, he just gonna pull up and shoot the J?
Yeah, you can't unlearn how to score.
I'm just saying
I
they
can
wouldn't
see
have
that.
let him.
Like the basket,
No,
the
so
basket
he would've-
is
he
still
would've
the
got-
basket.
he would've
No,
got
she's
injured.
absolutely right. But we see that it still wasn't enough for him to beat Milwaukee. And for me, Milwaukee.
His
No,
foot was on the line. He